What is going on, guys? What is going on, guys? People still farming this event? I suppose you can. I've literally farmed no boxes in a couple of days now. Maybe the glorious box is still worth it. Maybe the gold one. I've still got spec bow on this. Oh yeah, spec bow is actually not too bad on this build. Still a lot of players hitting. Well, mind you, I'm on PC, so you do get a lot of players. Right, is my sound working all good? Let's get some daily login rewards. Fortifying mill, yes. Slight echo, but you're good. Yeah, it's because I've got it on lad on the YouTube chat as well. When's the PTS start? Starts on Monday. That's going to be fun, isn't it? Yeah, there's an echo, but all good. I'm on the dot bow gang, so let's jump into a BG. Cheese bow gang. I have to log onto my PC for the PCS. Yeah, definitely going to check that out. What I find annoying is though that a lot of the top like content creators, like you know, Skinny Cheeks or Delta, they've all got access to it before. They all obviously knew about it before we see the reveal, so they've had access to everything. So they've probably already got builds already planned and already sorted. They've definitely got access to it before we can get access. So we've got to wait till Monday. Is the sound a little bit better, guys? Hopefully there's less echo. So yeah, the PTS is going to drop on Monday on PC only, of course. I think that's part of the reason why I went to PCs, is so you get access to the PTS, as it is amazing for theory crafting and stuff. Yeah, less echo, sweet. I had so many builds stacked up post for when I did have my kid, now they're all useless. Oh no, tell me about it. I had about 4 or 5, I'm just going to drop them anyway. But yeah, you was pumping out builds big time, so yeah, I feel for you. Because it's just basically just chucks everything out the window. Do you know what I mean? Like everything pure class is just going to be inferior. End of. But until we see the actual patch notes of what they're doing, it's still possible it might not. I don't know. I think there's going to be huge nerfs to a lot of the skills that people think they're going to run. Oh, hit the Tormentor, really? Well, I'm getting some lag, or there's some sort of lag going on. Going in the slaughter fish. Mate, what is going on with my sand? Mate, this team's getting rinsed. I feel bad for this team. I'm going to stop. Making me look like a good player. Oh, that was just the cleanest toxic barrage I've ever launched. Alright, I'm stopping now. That was just awful. Yeah, hopefully it's not laggy. Don't be too bad. Let's read some comments. Boobs, post them. I like your builds. Yeah, he does do really good builds, to be honest. Just post them anyway. People are still going to enjoy them. What the hell is my PC doing? It's gone funny. The lights have all changed. Just looking forward to running a DK Salt Blade in Zero. They said in the announcement they had tested it and there's a power creep they're happy with and no plans to nerf anything. Do you believe that though? I don't believe that for a second, mate. Oh, is it a round? I did not know it was rounds. I'm thinking it's over. Lol, if anyone was going to run Jesus Beam, so include the nerf. Yeah, there's going to be massive nerfs, guys, because the power creep's obviously going to be far too much on just every aspect of the game. Yeah, there might be a slight echo because I've got it on loud on my actual phone just so I can make sure my voice is still going. But sometimes it just stops. This poor team, this is awful. Why has everyone got such low health for? Oh, this is too much. I know this build is strong, but come on. No, these are definitely all PvEs. We got a healer. I think we got a healer as well. That's probably another reason why we're just destroying. Have I got the Vampire Stage 4 on? I think I have. And I cannot hear anything with that bloody tumble dryer on. This has got to be like the most one-sided deathmatch I've ever had, and normally they're pretty bad, but this is just real bad. Let me know if it's laggy or anything, guys, or if the sound's okay. I'm making some golden training gear so that I can level up all the skill lines on my main Templar while I wait and see what crazy builds you content creators make. It's going to be wild. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of flexibility, I think, and there's, you know, the builds are definitely going to be a lot more creative, but I think what is going to happen is that a lot of the builds that you think you're going to do are going to get nerfed big time. You know, like, I think a lot of the passives, a lot of people are going to put obviously Nightblade on the multi-classing as why would you not have some of the best passives in the game, but A lot of them are going to be changed to pen. I've heard things are going to be changed to pen on the Nightblade. It might be this one. I'm not 100% sure. They're going to change a lot of things, guys. It's like, I think people, that's why I'm not going to be spending any money on gold and stuff and buying stuff beforehand and leveling characters, because I want to see what's going to happen first, because I've got a funny feeling it's just, they're going to nerf a lot of the skills and things that people they think they're going to play, because you're going to see heavy attack builds hitting like 150k DPS or 130. Let's not be too crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be, the healing's going to be crazy. You can just put all the passives of Warden, Dragon Knight, Templar together. It's just, it's a non-starter, guys. There's got to be massive nerfs. Passives are going to be out of hand. 10% dot from Necro on Templar or Arcanist, for example. All assaults have 10% reverse execute. Yeah, there's got to be nerfs. They might not do them initially. There might be, say, you know, a few things they might not even bother with. I think they're going to want to see how it pans out a couple of weeks, but there's going to be big nerfs. So, like, don't invest anything into anything yet until it's, like, actually out. Just do PTS testing if you can, and just wait and see how it goes. I actually need to port just to get back up there, I think. Oh, I swear my sound's going there. Deadly Strike Will. I know, right? That's what I was thinking for my Templar Arc Beam and Necro dot damage with Deadly and Order's Wrath. Be the best sets in the game, yes. There's definitely going to be some crazy stuff. People are coming up with crazier stuff than even I can think of at the moment. Oh, the boxes are trash now, aren't they? Oh, got a Dreadhorn chest there. Not too bad. It's a chest, I suppose. Right, let's queue for another BGs, guys. Well, it seems okay, I think. What's going on, Obi-Wan? Right, let's try and sort this sand out. Is it still cutting out? Yeah, it's still cutting out. Oh. Right, let me know if the sand's any better, guys, or is it still cutting out? Right, no save box. Right, see if that makes a difference. Oh, that sounds better. I've got audio, yes.
For the 80th time, help is on the way.
What's going on, everyone? Oh my god, I've been caught. I think. What the? Right, is anyone on PCNO? Let me know if you're on PCNO. What's your first impression to the update? It's going to be massively overpowered. I wasn't a super fan of it at first, but I do feel it's probably going to be quite good for the game. But they're going to have to bring all the skills and passives in line with it all, because it's not going to work. Everything's going to be too strong. Yeah, let me know if you're on PCNA. I'll be doing free giveaways, guys. Crafting motifs, maybe even a painting or something special. We'll see how it goes. First time catching you live, but I've been viewing your content in general. Well, I appreciate you, mate. I think healing is going to be overpowered. Yeah, everything's going to be overpowered. It's just they're going to bring everything in line. So that's why I said I would hold off with the theory crafting until the PTS drops. I mean, not that you can do that much anyway, but just, you know, just wait a little bit, because I think they're going to nerf a lot of the skills. I know the hardened ward is a big one that everyone's going to be trying to using because of the burst heal on the sorcerer. Apparently they're removing the heal. So, like, do you know what I mean? They're going to be nerfing and gutting a lot of the skills that people are going to be crossing over and stuff. They're going to be gone. What's going on? Like to play catch? How's it going, mate? Yeah, everything you think is going to be strong, I've got a funny feeling it's going to be nerfed, a lot of it, like the spec bow. You know, yeah, I think corrosive is being nerfed. Definitely the sorcerer heal on the shield is going to be nerfed. There's going to be a lot of gutting and removal of really powerful skills just to bring it in line, because they're going to have to, because things are just going to be far too strong. Come on, give us a painting. Have I even got inventory space? Probably not. You knew that was coming, didn't you? Let's just delete this. I don't care, I'm just deleting it all. Unless it's something really special. Let me know if the audio is alright now, guys. I think it is okay. I don't know what was going on there. I'll keep the luminous ink then. Nightblade won't be touched. Nah, knowing them it probably won't be. But like I said, some of the passives are just too strong. A lot of it's going to be nerfed. It's just going to have to be. Because it's just going to be crazy. That is actually... you don't see them that often, I swear. I've only had a few of those, a handful of those. DK Nightblade would be fun. Leap out of stealth for the crit leap. Yeah, I mean... it's just going to be insane. They're going to have to pull these right in line. I said the leap might be nerfed. I know the corrosive's definitely being nerfed. Right, there I lean back and hopefully that my thing don't cut out. 75k tank with hardened ward, get ready, yeah, definitely. But I said they're removing the burst heal apparently. They might not do it initially when the PCS drops on Monday, but I think there's going to be a handful of things nerfed. And like I said, because they're just going to have to, you're just going to see the power creep's going to be like double. You know what I mean? Like you're going to see double damage with heavy attack builds. The ganks are just going to be ridiculous. Mitigation's going to be ridiculous. Healing's going to be ridiculous. They can't let this fly. So I think it could work, but it just needs aggressive balancing. Or it's just, everything's just going to be just OP basically. Overpowered. If everything is getting nerfed, then everyone will still be using the skills. Yeah, that's what I think it's going to be. You know what I mean? Like, because if you don't multi-class, you're going to be at a disadvantage. I mean, everyone's going to want the Nightblade passives. I mean, I think they're changing a lot of the crit things. It might be this one to pen. Apparently, I've heard as well. Northern Storm on Mage DK was definitely a thought. Corrosive Current Form, Templars. Yeah, there's just... people are coming up with some crazy good stuff as well. Right, where am I going? I've done this place now. It's to the next area. They should focus on the cross healing problem first. I said they've got to address stuff. There's just no way. I said the first week they might let it go under the radar, a lot of stuff. Have I gone to the right one? No, I haven't. But there will be massive guts to like all the skills that players are gonna like be trying to abuse and stuff. The healing is just gonna be out of control. I mean, could you imagine, yeah, like a Warden healer with Templar passives and like Dragon Knight passives and stuff? It's just what? It's just crazy. Leaping to Spec Bow into Jesus Beam just doesn't seem fair. Yeah. Spec Bow's gonna get gutted even more. Mate, I need to put some health on it. My health is too low. Let's put some damn food on. DK with Nova Bomb, maybe a laugh, and Jesus Beam, Corrosive Armor, Fake Carvers. Yeah, it's just there's going to be so many crazy combinations. It's just that's why I just feel it's just don't spend any gold, guys. I think that's the key. Don't start going, oh, I'm going to buy a ton of Skyshards for this character, or I'm going to do tons of farming. Just wait and see what happens first. Just theory craft if you can on the PTS. Give it a few weeks. Because I said that I just suspect there's going to be massive nerfs across the board with passives and skills. Because there just has to be. Because it will just be... everything will just be overpowered. But then again, if everything's overpowered, is it a problem? No, not in PvP. But in PvE, yes, it will be a problem. Because trials will be super easy. Damage will be super easy. Healing super easy. So there's got to be nerfs. There's just got to be nerfs. Are we getting super tanks now? Probably. It's just, yeah. If you know what I mean, guys. I'm not like being negative or anything. I'm just being realistic. I just think like they can't just go, oh yeah, you can just mix and match everything and just have the best of everything and then we're not going to touch stuff. They will. And like I said, yeah, the Sorcerer Heal is definitely going on the shield. 100%. Because having that across the board on all different builds would just be nuts. I was thinking about that, running 3 tank lines. That's what I mean. It's just, it's going to be fun. That's what I think. It's going to be fun. I know a lot of veteran players are mad at it, and it is understandable. But you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You just got to work with whatever they do. Did I even go into the other gaff? No, I didn't.
What's our story if we get caught?
There's going to be skills that will never get used now. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to just gut stuff big time. And I think Sorcerer and Nightblade are going to be the big ones. Some Dragon Knight stuff. I mean, the Wardens have got to be gutted as well because of the just scaling off max health. That's got to be gone as well, surely, because it would just be insane. You could just, you know, imagine like Necromancer stuff, like the ultimate, going like 100k health, plus the Warden minor toughness. It's just like, nah. It's absolutely the most thought-provoking update there's ever been. Yeah, that's what I like about it. It's definitely getting people thinking, and you know, the creativity is going to come out in a lot of players and stuff. Whether it's going to whittle down, because what I've heard some people say is that it's going to whittle down is just one tiny build meta and everyone's going to run the same thing. Hopefully not. Hopefully there's going to be a lot of variety. Necro Nightblade is definitely going to be my go-to. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Going to see some crazy Infinite Archive runs going on. That's what I mean. Like, it's not. See, I'm just seeing it from a PvP perspective. If everything's overpowered, that's fine because everyone's overpowered. So therefore, no one is super strong. But the PvE aspect, that's what's going to drag it all down. Because you can't be having everyone doing 200k damage on a heavy attack build. Do you know what I mean? By mixing and matching, you know, passives and skills. It's going to have to be toned down. And I just think that's just the reality. But I could be wrong, you know, maybe they're not, I have no idea. But there's definitely nerfs coming. I'm calling it now, there's going to be nerfs. Numbing needles. Yeah, let me know guys, type PCNA in the chat and I'll be giving you some free stuff. Even if I get an expensive painting, hopefully I do. Or a tapestry. If not, I'll be giving away the crafting motifs I've already got. Like, it always goes for you, this one.
I called the guards, and they're on their way.
I'm just thinking those Arcanist tanks will now be even better to piss people off, and the PvP grabbing some DK and Necro passive shit. It's been nuts. Werewolf with 3 passive skill lines buffing them instead of just picking basically Sork and Templar. For one line each will be interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in the heavy attack stuff and the werewolf stuff. That's going to be like my go-tos probably first, and then obviously going to then try and make some like god builds and stuff, you know, just mix and matching stuff. There'll be some fun stuff to see come out of this, like a full zoo pet build. Think how many you can have out. Yeah, that's what I mean, like just you could just have like 5 pets just hitting. You could have the Walden Bear. You could have the Sorcerer pets, the Necromancer pets. It's just, it's going to be crazy.
I've summoned the guard.
PCEU, no, this is PCNA. Right, I'm back. Just check it's working before I keep rambling. Oh yeah, it sounds alright, it's all good. Sorry if there is an echo, guys, I just want to make sure my voice is still working okay through the mic. Victor, you can have Atrobe and Bear out at the same time if you only have one bar the Bear. Oh my god, it's just crazy. Yeah, I think there could be a scenario where players are forced to multi-class. I just don't see how they balance it. Maybe multi-classing provides a lesser value skill line over pure classing. I mean, I'm showing my age now, guys, but when I play like the original Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, if you run a pure class on that, I know it's a totally different game, but I'm just going from that as a basis. that when you played that as a pure class, say you just played as a fighter or a wizard or, you know, whatever, a sorcerer, you was basically just gimping yourself. If you multi-class to say like a cleric, fighter, mage, you're just so much stronger. But so multi-classing in other games proves that it's going to be super strong. I know they're totally different games, but if you get what I mean, multi-classing just allows, you know, you to get around the limitations of one class, and that's what's going to happen. So the only way they've got to nerf it, because it's just, you know, it's going to have massive knock-on effects for PvE, you know, and whatever they do, the PvP is going to be too strong. It's just going to be crazy, guys. But it'd suck if a full sword gets nerfed due to multi-classing possibilities. That's the problem, yeah. There is people that's going to want to do pure classing and not doing the multi-class, and they're going to get, you know, nerfed because of this. Like, my 1 bar mage sword has got like 60k mage. I was going to bring another one out, but I'm not going to bother now. But that was purely crutching off the shield heal. If they remove that because of multi-classing, then that's going to be gutted. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I could work around it, but yeah, it's definitely going to be difficult. It was sort of based around the shield heal. So yeah, other things are going to suffer because of it, isn't it? What's the lag like on PC and A? I haven't been in Cyrodiil. Don't know if there's loads. There's a few players on. Couple, 2 bars, 1 or 2 bars. But yeah, it's been. I think the BG was a bit laggy, but I'm not sure if it was just my internet. Can you do a full invisible healer now? Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be just crazy. Just buffing constantly, just in the shadows. You invisible healer, yeah, that would just be. That's what I said. It's going to open the door for some crazy stuff. And like I said, I do get what people are saying. You know, the PvE and the PvP. It's needed a big shake up in a long time. There's been a stale metas, you know, for ages. And to be honest, I wasn't fully on board with the multi-classing, but now I am, if it's done correctly. It needs to be done correctly for it to work effectively, because it's just going to be super overpowered. Everything you put on is just going to be really overpowered, unless you deliberately do a rubbish passive altogether. How much gold have I even got? I don't even know. Can someone TP to me to the Alikir Desert, please? I think they want it to be easier. It seems like the devs are so arse at the end. They look how easy it is to get 100k DPS on Arc. Yeah, it is crazy. The Arc is crazy with the beam. Yeah, you're likely right. Don't think ESO players have looked forward to a PTS like this in forever. That's what I mean. It's like, it's crazy. Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, but is it going to be fun? Probably, yeah, for most players. You may be able to hit 70k Mage Nightblade or Assault. Yeah, it's just definitely. I think they're even changing the Sorcerer passives as well. I've seen someone saying they're going to be getting rid of a few bits. So there's going to be big changes, guys. So just, I said, don't spend gold. Thinking, oh, I'm going to run this set on this setup because this is going to happen, blah, blah, blah. Just hold off. Do you know what I mean? Theory craft, and do your research, because like I said, don't be wasting gold and time. Well, you're going to be wasting time, but, you know, don't be wasting money in gold. Because you might have this in mind. And I said, doing a crafty as well, which I've also picked up on, which a lot of other players have probably picked up on. You need a lot of Skyshards. So, of course, they've doubled the Skyshards. So what's that going to make everyone do? Everyone's going to be lacking Skyshards, so everyone's going to be buying these like hotcakes. I mean, my main characters are going to be fine because I've got tons of Skyshards, but you are going to be lacking Skyshards big time. So it's to push for these, isn't it, basically? So it's going to make everyone buy these, because you're going to be like, oh, I can't be bothered to get those. I mean, I'd get them myself if they were a bit cheaper. You just don't get enough for your money. You know, it's okay if you've got one toon, but if you've got multiple toons, this multi-classing is going to be a nightmare grind. You know, if you're not fully up to date with Skyshards. You're not going to need hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, but you're going to need quite a few. And I think a lot of people are going to be short. I'm definitely going to be short on a lot of characters. So yeah, you know, that's what it's going to be. I've got to buy me some more armory slots now. Yeah, you know that. I suppose it's going to make money for them as well. It's a bit of Skyshards. Or like the smart guy, you do Skyshards on every toon. Yeah, I should really. I'm just too lazy. My main toon, yeah, is fine. You know that because we've done all the quests. Like most people would have done all the quests and sort of all the zones on maybe the one character you sort of started off with. So you're probably going to be okay for Skyshards. But yeah, other toons, they're going to really notice that. And sometimes even I have trouble. You like, for example, this one. I don't really have tons of, you know, things slotted. I'm already lacking a few bits here and there. Do you know what I mean? So like, if I wanted to chuck on a couple of different class lines on this, I'm going to really need about 16 to 20 Skyshards. What's good, Elder Scrolling? I'm just going to try and get a few new toons to 50 SOP and utilise multiple skill lines, otherwise it's going to be a long ass grind for each toon. Yeah, that's what my advice, just what TES Bloodline said as well. You know, just if you've got all the quests completed on your toons, just the best thing to do now is just farm Skyshards, ideally, just to keep yourself prepared, because the last thing you want to be doing is trying to muck around with Skyshards on toons when everyone's making builds. So yeah, I'm going to try, hopefully get some Skyshards on a lot of my characters. But yeah, I'll probably be mainly multi-classing on my main sorcerer, because I know he's got tons. And if I go elsewhere to other toons, that's the problem you're going to run into. Right, what's the next one? Yeah, instead of playing the game, I'm just identifying which 3 or 4 characters I want to keep and spend the PTS cycle just grinding guild levels and Skyshard hunting. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Skyshard hunting, it's just it's just a bit daunting when you say you need like 30, you're like, whoa, that's going to take, like, you know, you can do it in a day, it's just boring in it if you do it too much. But yeah, definitely recommended. If they're going to want double skill points for these, you know, the classes, you know what I mean, you're going to need it. Particularly if you're doing 2 bar. If 1 bar, you can get away with less Skyshards, because obviously you're only going to use 1 weapon line. But if you're using 2 weapon lines on a 2 bar and you're using different type of weapon, then you know what I mean, more Skyshards. So there is ways around it, but yeah, just be prepared, guys, is the best thing. Just make sure you have your Skyshards. That is going to be number 1 before you do anything. Just chucking some advice out there for you guys. Alarm. Just thinking of Northern Storm, how do you avoid it when the player streaks up? Keep the uptime on. Yeah, that's just going to be weird. I have all the quests completed on 5/8 toons. Yeah, that's what I need. But 2,150 quests equals to 1.2 mil if you don't spend it per toon. That's true. Yeah, you can make a lot. Easier on PC with add-ons. Yeah, you know that. But back to Skyshard, in my guild, I pick a zone and take players through the area to get them there. That's pretty cool, mate, yeah. Hopefully they only nerf skills for the subclasses and pure classes get a stronger version of the skills and passives. Yeah, ideally. But whether they're going to implement that, because that's going to be a lot of work. That's why I'm surprised they've done this subclassing, because it's going to be must have been a ton of work. Well, it will be a ton of work, should I say, to balance everything. Or are they not going to bother? It's just, yeah. It's definitely created a buzz, and I think that's what they wanted. Obviously, yeah, a lot of veteran players, you know, are pissed about it. And I am to some degree. But I think long term, for the playability of the game, play how you want, it's probably a good thing long term. What's going on here?
There's blood on your hands.
Delicate and dashing.
Yeah, I still got all the Skyshards in Cyrodiil and just finished all Shalador book grinding with Mora's Whispers. Oh, sweet. Sad that if subclassing goes to PvP, PvP will die. It will if it goes as it is. Do you know what I mean? If they don't touch anything and you can just multi-class and everything stays as it is, yeah, that's just the end of PvP. But if they address things, they're going to have to nerf things, change things about. It could work. It's going to be fun, but yeah, is it going to work? Who knows? It's going to either make or break the future of ESO. Yeah, it's just... Why am I staring at a rabbit? Like I said, we'll just have to see how it go, guys. I'll try and jump on the PTS Monday. That's when it's going to go live. And just see... or when they release the patch notes of the PTS. Like, again, things can change as well, so don't take everything as gospel, like, oh, I'm going to put this together, this and this and this, because then they could just wipe it the next week. Because that's what they do when they find out something strong. They're just going to gut it.
The guards will do it. Someone get a guard.
Mate, I'm being really slow with all this lockbox. I'm rambling too much. Right, normally I do the boxes in the bank. No, not the bank. In the Fighters and Mages Guild, but I'm not going to be because the companion sometimes pulls the guard. So, I don't really want the companion out, but it's handy. Especially, I haven't got the Ledger Domain fully done either. Because I need the one more locksmith. I'm just too lazy to do it. Right, so we jump to Saran Way Shrine. I hope you didn't just get all passive. Maybe do something like 3 champion points where you can only have 3 skill lines active from any. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. ESO Hub solves all your needs for Chandler's books, lore. Yep, yeah, I've been on that. They'll probably fix and balance everything on the PvP side after a year or two, but yeah, I also think they want to kill off PvP. I think PvP has just become more of a nuisance for them. No matter what they do, people are never going to be happy. I think it all just boils down to performance at the end of the day. Things just don't get addressed. I'm sure there's going to be a class skill passive overhaul. There has to be. Yeah, there just has to be. It cannot go as it is. Because the first thing I'm going to do is jump onto a heavy attack build, do a pass, you know, with the best possible passives and skills, you know what I mean? And you're going to be on a 1 bar, probably touching 120, 130, probably even more. Do you know what I mean? Because you can just, you're going to have access to things you just didn't have access to before. And it's just going to kick everything down. It's got to change. A Necromancer tank with a Warden skill line that's already unkillable because I joined the scene with my unkillable Necromancer tank in Cyrodiil. Oh my god. Are they doing anything to BG? No, I don't think they are. I thought it was going to be PvP announcements. They've done a bit of, I think they're testing more Vengeance campaign. That was about it. Yeah, I think that was it. I was expecting like some BG maps or just something, nothing. Completely nothing. Just pure PvE again. So there we go, innit? Yep. I've noticed there's a couple of content creators in as well, so I'll do a couple of shout outs. So we had Elder Scrolling in here, he's got a good channel, go follow him guys. And also Tez Bloodlion's got a channel, go follow him guys, he regularly streams. If anyone else is a content creator, let me know because I might have missed you guys. Yeah, so I said expect big nerfs. So before you start cooking stuff, you know, I'm going to run this, I'm going to run that. Just wait and see what they do first. Because, like I said, there's probably going to be big nerfs. Like I said, the Sork Shield heal is going to be going. A lot of the Nightblade passives are being changed. Corrosive could be gutted or is being gutted. So, hold on to your horses, guys, because it's going to get crazy. It's going to be fun. It's going to be mad. Maybe it's what the game needs. Limited to 2 skill lines and passives from other classes okay with me, as you really need to figure out which complement each other and which counteract. Yeah, there is. You can't just chuck on any line and passives, as you want to make sure it blends well. So there is going to be an element of thought process as well. I don't think you can just chuck on what you want and it's just going to be, you know, instantly overpowered and insane. You're going to need to think. Yeah, ran into an unkillable necro tank raid boss last week in Zero and couldn't get them down to half health, and now added warden line. Oh my, yeah, it's just what? It's gonna be crazy. A lot of unique bomb builds will come out pretty quick, I'm sure. Outside of Nightblade. Oh yes. Greetings, Primata. Invisible streaking bombs. Oh my god. That's what I said. People are just coming up with some crazy stuff, and like I said, it's a long time coming. Should it have come to the game? I don't know. I think overall it's generating hype and buzz, and I think that's what they wanted. But I hope they're prepared to make extensive changes and testing, because, like I said, they can't just keep it as it is and just mix and match everything, because it's just going to be all over the show. There's going to be unkillable builds, you know, there's going to be unkillable healers, you know, unkillable brawler 2-bar builds, you know, the traditional 2-bar builds. There's going to be super high damage 1-bar setups. There's going to be ridiculous bomb builds. You know, there's going to be changes, guys, so just don't spend or invest in anything until we know what's going on with the PTS. And like I said, they can make radical changes between the PTS week 1, week 2, week 3. So yeah, just my advice, farm the Skyshards. If you're going to be running multiple tunes, farm some Skyshards, get them up, just so that you don't run into that problem when you do want a multi-class. And yeah, just don't spend any money on sets and anything until we know what is going to be good. They might be nerfing sets as well, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, we need to see the patch notes first before you just start acting. As I've done that countless times, I've made things and done things and then didn't bother reading the PTS final notes, and it's all been gutted. So we don't want to fall into that trap, guys. It's pretty crazy funny that there is a new shake-up of multi-classing. A new trial is coming out, new housing, furniture bank, more boring overland content, but Zero Vengeance needs talks. Yeah, and reviewing feedback, yeah. That's been put on a back burner again. They've probably got data, but what they're going to do with it, who knows. Salt Lake executes at in-cap to Jesus Beam. If in-cap hit you're dead. Hit you're dead, yeah. Jesus Beam is being nerfed. I know that's another one I forgot to mention, guys. So the Jesus Beam is being nerfed. What's first crazy combo you're thinking of? I don't actually know. I just feel a bit overwhelmed at the moment. I'm more leaning into werewolf and heavy attack at the moment. I can't really think of a crazy PvP build until I see some stuff. I need to see some stuff. I'm definitely going to make some crazy gank builds, I know that. That'll probably be another go-to for me as well. Yeah, it would just take me a while it's so much to process. I've played all the classes, so I sort of roughly know the things I probably want to be doing. It's just piecing it all together. But yeah, people have been coming out with better stuff than even I've been thinking, so I'm not that big on PvP, but I feel you're all mainstream PvPers because, man, you've been asking for fixes for a long time and just get ignored and get banned asking about PvP. Yeah, I mean, I'll just ride the wave now. I'm not going to keep asking them to sort this. This needs to be nerfed. This needs to be stopped. They need to fix performance. We all know it. You know, if you don't like it, just leave the game, innit? It's just, it is what it is. You just got to roll with what they do. I still enjoy the game, no matter what. You know, if they make PvP, if they do something bad in PvP that I don't like, am I going to stop PvPing? Probably not. I'll just do less of it and maybe just focus on other aspects of the game. Because there's plenty of other stuff to do in the game. I mainly PvP, but I do other stuff as well. Might jump into a BGs in a minute, guys. Yeah, type PCNA in the chat, guys, if you want any free motives I've got. I don't think I've got any paintings yet. Oh, I say that with another motive. Not a painting, sorry, guys. No, it's just trash. I've got, yeah, Dreadhorn chests I can give away, and them too. What's the mail I keep getting? I think they've got a modified vengeance campaign planned as the norm. The subclassing will have no issues with PvP. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, the vengeance they're definitely going to probably build on. I can't see it ever being a main campaign. It's probably just going to be like a side campaign if it was ever implemented. Low invisible pet build. Oh, that would be so annoying.
The god knows how to deal with the likes of you.
Right, let's go into a BG. Have a break from the lockboxes. Get into some action. If you want to know what I'm running, guys, I've got nearly 2 million damage on this build. It's just a 1-bar casual build, nothing crazy. Running Venomous Smite. And I'm running One Piece Battle and Sheer Venom. All infused Oaken Soul. Nice and simple. I was running Way of Fire, but that's been nerfed, so I've swapped to the Venomous Smite. And it's pretty good. So yeah, just let me know your thoughts, guys, on what it's all about. We'll find out Monday. We'll find out what's happening. Like I said, they're nerfing the Jesus Beam apparently. They're nerfing the Salk Shield Heal. Apparently nerfing Corrosive. Passives are going to be nerfed. So yeah, just hold on. And we'll see what is going to happen Monday. Let me know what platforms you are on as well, guys. I'm on Xbox EU mainly. And also PCNA. Everyone drop the stream a like as well, guys. PCNA and EU, sweet. Let me know if you want some free stuff. I've got some free motives to give away. I haven't got any paintings yet. I just realised I'm running like trash food. Mind you, you can go Jewels of Misrule on this. I'll just run the fortifying meal, so what, I ain't bothered. What's going to be the most used ult now? Yeah, Leap. Yeah, that could be, unless it's nerfed. I wish they would cross platforms PvP servers only with no trading between players to keep the markets in check. That's a good idea actually, I'd like that. I'm going to gank somebody with a snipe spec bow leap. Yes. Yeah, there's going to be some crazy ganks. But yeah, I'm still dropping my final... I had about 4 or 5 builds. So I'm dropping them. I think one's dropping... Yeah, tonight. Probably in about half an hour or an hour. Dropping one. So I'm just dropping them every day just to get rid of them. And then I can focus on the multi-classing as of next week. Whoa, some crazy damage. Where did my spec bow go? Just vanished. Whoa, what happened there? John Bangs, look at that. Wiped everyone out. Just took everyone out, or took like 4 or 5 people out. I'm not healing. Ah, I got caught. Flat line there. Oh no, I did not mean to go in the water there. Right, I'm back, guys. I'm not doing too bad. Well, I lasted long. But yeah, definitely the Jesus beam's getting nerfed, that's without a doubt. Getting crushed now. Oh, I'm not doing so bad still. Just died a lot of times. Oh, what? He's got swarmed. I got 15 kills, not too bad. Just a lot of deaths. Sometimes we'll just need that deathless run. I've only ever done one deathless run. And that was incredibly hard. I'll never do it again. Too stressful. Mind you, that was before heavy attack builds and stuff, so I might be able to. Oh, I couldn't take that. Oh no, they've definitely won. to get some more combat medals. Oh, they've dropped it. Can I grab it? Can I grab it? Oh, it's returned. Oh no, how could you do that to me? Oh, they've got it now. That's it, guys. 17 kills, quite a few deaths though, but yeah, not too bad. Not bad for a casual build. The hell's going on outside?
What's our story if we get caught?
I was thinking that if they have trouble with lag and performance at 0 because of all the proc sets, then how do they expect it to go with the new zone and everyone on the server taking down the wall? Yeah, I thought that as well. It sounds really good, but is the server going to be able to handle that? DK going to be locking you down, then Crystal Frag you in the face. Yep. DK lockdown into Northern Storm while spamming Sap Essence. Whatever, yeah, some of this stuff is going to be crazy, guys. Renown rewards, that's no good. Yeah, so it's just like, let's go to the gaff. Where's the gaff? So yeah, we'll just look at the passives and skills and stuff and just make analysis of what they think they're going to do. It's going to be nuts, there's no doubt about that. It's going to be crazy. I mean, like we know, I think that's going to be gutted even more. So we look at the passives. I mean, that's not super strong, but it's just nice. I mean, this is a very powerful class line you're probably going to want. I mean, the max health one, this could be... I mean, all of it could be abused so badly, that's the problem. I mean, if you put this one with, say, the Warden, with the minor toughness, and then you stack this, you're going to get some insane health, guys. Do you know what I mean? So, the Nightblade ones are particularly strong. There's going to be... You can just make some crazy healing builds. I mean, obviously, if you want damage, yeah, you're going to pick this for the passives and the skills. But I think all the classes, if I'm not wrong, are pretty much the same. Like, you've got a damage class line, sort of like a more defensive, buff, tanky class line, and then you've got the healing class line. So, like, DPS, and then you've got sort of like tanking, and then you've got sort of like a healing. I know the drain power does do a lot of damage, but like that generally, that's what you're sort of looking at. So look at it that way, guys. I think they're all sort of like similar. But I mean, yeah, that's going to be crazy. This one, the Shadow passives with the Warden passives are just going to be crazy. You put Templar in the mix as well. You're going to make some super high health healing build. You put Assassination basically, that's going to probably be on every like damage spec. Oh, am I breaking up again? But yeah, I think I'll leave it there, guys, anyway. So I appreciate everyone that's watched the stream. Like I said, I've got a lot more stuff coming as well. I'll drop some more builds and some videos, some guide stuff. And then, yeah, PTS Monday. We'll see what happens. It's going to be crazy, we know that. We'll just see how it goes. So I appreciate you all, guys, and I'll see you soon. So catch my upcoming videos and stuff I've got going. Also do some funny shorts and stuff, you know. Keep it fresh, keep it varied. And then yeah, just wait for the PTS drop. If you're not on PC, then just check out a lot of other players on the PTS, get some ideas and stuff. Wait for the patch notes as well, we'll see what's happening with that. That's going to be nuts. Yeah, and we'll just see what happens. So I'll see you soon, guys. I'm sure there will be good participation on Monday PTS, yeah, definitely. I'll see you soon, guys.